principal charged with spending school funds on trips. I mean, these must have been some trips when you look at the number here. According to a Department of Justice press release, Naia Wilson, former Boston High School principal, is charged with misusing nearly $40,000 in school funds for personal use, including 2 luxurious all-inclusive vacation trips to Barbados. Wilson, who served as New Mission High School's headmaster for 13 years, admitted to authorities she committed wire fraud totaling approximately $38,806, and it was an elaborate scheme. 60-year-old educator allegedly started requesting checks from the school's external fiscal agent account to be issued under other individuals' names from September 2006 until May 2019. That reporting from the New York Post, that's a very long time. Okay, 13 years, wow. According to its website, the New Mission High School is an inclusive portfolio-based pilot school program that serves grades 7 through 12. Pilot school budget, like New Mission's, is typically overseen by an external fiscal agent that issues checks at an administrator's request. She would then fraudulently endorse those checks to herself, then deposit them into her own bank account. Wilson repeated the scheme for trips to Barbados in 2016 and 2018, and even requested the fiscal agent issue checks for 2 of her friends who accompanied the principal on the vacation. So she became bolder, according to DOJ. Christopher DeMetta, acting special agent in charge of the FBI Boston division, said in a statement that instead of working on behalf of her students, Wilson abused her authority to use the school's budget as her own personal slush fund to embezzle tens of thousands of dollars to fund 2 all-inclusive vacations to Barbados, again for herself and her friends, wanted company. Wilson pleaded guilty and agreed to pay restitution. She will appear in federal court in Boston at a later date. Wire fraud can land a person in prison for a maximum sentence of 20 years, up to 3 years of supervised release, and a fine of up to $250,000. The DOJ added that the details contained in Wilson's charging documents are allegations until she's proven guilty. Again, she pleaded, just going through the process. What she did, and apparently has agreed with the charging document, Jackson, is despicable. Again, what about the children? But I want to focus on the 13 years that she got away with this. Who's to blame for that?
Well, I think first thing when it comes to that 13 years, that she has absolutely no defense, which is why she pleaded guilty, because, and you pointed out too, in terms of how bold she was, she got very, very comfortable. She had to have dipped her toes in first, but that's the thing about depravity. You know what I'm saying? You get too comfortable with it, next thing you know, you neck deep, you all the way deep down inside of it. But yeah, obviously somebody had to have seen the numbers going missing to some degree. It may not have been some huge net wide scam, but she wasn't doing it alone, for sure and for certain. But I mean, yes, obviously she's taking money away from the kids, but you start a side hustle of some type. You got a good resume. If you're in that type of position, you could do something, make an OnlyFans or something. It's all types of things you can do these days. You feel me? But like literally, that would have been a better look. You know what I'm saying? You would have had to deal with all types of stuff, but that would have been a better look than this. Like, well, I wanted a little more out of life, so I just started stealing from the children. Yeah. You feel me? Like there's no way that you can positively turn that into a good spin. And I've
heard, Jackson, that the OnlyFans that you mentioned, and there's no shame in the game if that's what you want, and not everyone is nude there, but I heard it's unlimited amount of money one could make if they're creative.
Right, you just got a W-9 and pay your taxes at the end of the day, but you good. You feel me? Like you ain't gonna have to deal with none of this nonsense and this BS on the side. But people kill me when they think that they're gonna get away with stuff like this at the end of the day. It's like, whether it just be the easy paper trail, but also there's something about being involved in fraud to where it's like, all of a sudden you can do these luxurious things and no one's gonna think about that. Last week I was poor, but this week I'm riding around in this purple, this bright blue Lamborghini. Like, oh, that's totally legitimate. And I mean, she wasn't riding around in a Benz or a Beamer or nothing like that to my knowledge, but she going on all these vacations with this money. you get too comfortable and you think that you're untouchable, then that's how people like that go down.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I bet you if we went to her Facebook or Instagram, there would be the photo spread, Barbados, me and my girls. But the comfortability, okay, comfortability of her inviting the friends, writing checks, commissioning checks being written to the friends, that is rich. I though still think that those who oversee these funds have a duty, a fiduciary duty to do better than that. 13 years.
Yeah.
She's culpable, but somebody else should be on the hook. That's just my take. I don't know if you could legally do that, but if I give you a job and say, Jackson, could you watch my bank account? And for 13 years, the money flies out and you keep sending out checks. I'm pretty sure we have to have a conversation about this.
Right, again, because there's no way that she was doing this by herself. So maybe there are a couple of people who have gone down or will go down. We have yet to see. But at the end of the day, shame on her. And again, she has absolutely no defense. What are you gonna say? It's like, well, a couple times I slipped up. No, you did this for 13 years.
Yeah.